Most smart smoke detectors either look like spaceships from the 80s or cost more than your monthly coffee budget. The Sensereo MS-1 breaks that pattern entirely. At just under $50, this matter over thread smoke alarm actually looks like it belongs in a modern home. And it integrates seamlessly with Apple Home, Google Home, Samsung SmartThings, Home Assistant, and Homey Pro. Let's dig into what you're getting. Opening the box, you immediately notice the packaging is thoughtfully minimal. No unnecessary plastic wrapped around everything. Inside, you get the MS-1 detector itself, a mounting bracket with screws, a CR123A battery that's already installed, and a quick start guide featuring the Matter QR code for pairing. The detector itself measures 11 centimeters across, noticeably smaller and more refined than conventional smoke alarms you'd find in most homes. The white finish is clean and understated, with subtle venting around the perimeter. What really stands out is the absence of constant LED blinking. Most smart detectors flash endlessly to remind you they're working. This one stays quiet until it actually needs your attention, displaying only a multicolor indicator when something matters. Flipping it around, you'll see the power toggle on the back, the battery compartment, and that Matter QR code we'll need shortly. There's a clever mechanical detail here. A notch on the base plate engages the power switch when you twist the detector into place. So installation itself forces the device into an active state. That's thoughtful engineering. The front houses a large, easy to locate test and hush button. Anyone who's dealt with a burnt toast false alarm understands why that accessibility matters when you're standing on a ladder in frustration. Now let's talk about what separates this from a regular smoke detector. The MS-1 runs on Matter over thread, and understanding why this combination matters changes how you think about smart home safety. Matter is the universal language for smart home devices. This detector works with Apple Home, Google Home, Samsung SmartThings, Home Assistant, and Homey Pro. No proprietary apps, no vendor lock-in. You choose where your devices live, and they follow you if you change your mind down the line. Thread handles the actual networking. It's a low-power mesh protocol that lets devices talk to each other without relying on your Wi-Fi network. That's significant because Wi-Fi connections can drop, require more battery power, and add unnecessary complexity. Thread creates its own self-healing mesh. Your devices strengthen the network just by existing in it. Where it gets really interesting is the battery architecture. The MS-1 uses what Sensereo calls a dual battery system. There's a non-replaceable built-in battery that powers core smoke detection, guaranteed for 7 years. Separately, the removable CR123A battery powers the thread radio and lasts roughly 2 to 3 years under normal use. This separation is actually brilliant. Even if your smart home connectivity completely fails, this device still functions as a standalone smoke detector. Safety never depends on electricity or Wi-Fi. Setting up the MS-1 with Homey Pro is straightforward, which is always welcome when dealing with safety-critical devices. Start in the Homey app, tap Devices, then New Device. Select Matter from the technology options. Choose Connect via Homey Pro, so it uses Homey's built-in thread network. Now scan the Matter QR code from the back of the detector. Keep the MS-1 close to your Homey Pro during setup. This only takes a few seconds. Once that completes, flip the power switch on, mount your detector to the ceiling, and twist it into place. Within seconds, the device appears in your Homey dashboard. You'll see real-time smoke detection status, remaining battery percentage, and diagnostic information about the thread connection quality. From here, the possibilities expand. You can build flows that trigger automatically if smoke is detected. Homey can send you push notifications instantly. You can monitor battery health and sensor diagnostics remotely. You can even link this to other devices. Imagine your smart lights flashing red, your door automatically unlocking, or your speaker announcing the alert throughout your home. That's the power of a flexible platform like Homey. The MS-1 doesn't support interconnected alarms natively. If you have multiple detectors installed, one triggering won't automatically set off the others. That said, you can absolutely create flows in Homey to replicate this behavior, linking multiple detectors together logically, even if they're not directly connected. Now let's get this installed properly, because where you place a smoke detector makes an enormous difference in how effectively it actually protects you. The MS-1 comes with a straightforward mounting bracket. Start by locating your ideal placement, and this matters. The best position is on the ceiling, centered within the room, and at least 30 centimeters away from any walls. That distance from the wall is crucial. Smoke behaves predictably, it rises and spreads. When a detector sits too close to a wall or corner, it lands in what's called a dead airspace, an area where smoke moves slowly and accumulates differently. Mounting in the center of the ceiling avoids that problem entirely. Which rooms need coverage? Start with every bedroom, that's non-negotiable. Install one detector inside each bedroom and another in the hallway just outside sleeping areas. The hallway placement works as a secondary alert if a fire starts somewhere else in the home. Next, add detectors on every floor. If you have a basement, that gets one at the bottom of the stairs. Add coverage to common living areas like your living room and den. These spaces capture most household activity where fires can start. Now, where you specifically want to avoid matters equally. Keep detectors at least 3 meters away from your kitchen to prevent false alarms from cooking. If you have a bathroom, don't mount a detector inside it. Steam from showers will trigger false positives. Instead, place one in the hallway outside the bathroom at least 3 feet from the door. Avoid mounting near ceiling fans, windows, air vents, or heating units. These create air currents that can prevent smoke from reaching the sensor properly. The actual mounting takes 2 minutes. Mark your 2 holes using the bracket as a template. Drill pilot holes, insert the wall anchors if needed, and screw the bracket into place. Now position the MS-1 baseplate over the bracket. You'll hear it click and lock into position. Before you twist it to activate, your Homey integration is already complete from the pairing step. Twist clockwise and the power engages. That mechanical lock-in means the device is impossible to install without activating, another thoughtful safety feature. Once mounted, the detector sits flush against the ceiling with no awkward gaps or protruding edges. It blends into the space rather than announcing itself. Performance is where a safety device either delivers or it doesn't. The MS-1 uses a photoelectric sensor with infrared light scattering technology. This approach excels at detecting slow-burning fires, the kind that smolder in upholstered furniture or electrical systems for extended periods before becoming obvious. During testing with proper smoke aerosol, the MS-1 triggered consistently within 10 to 20 seconds. The alarm siren measured above 90 decibels at 3 meters, loud, unmistakable, and genuinely alarming in the way a smoke detector should be. Notifications arrived on my phone through Homey instantly, without lag. I also tested with steam from a kettle to check for false positives. Nothing. The detector's algorithm is sophisticated enough to differentiate actual smoke from environmental factors like humidity, which speaks to the engineering underneath. Thread's efficiency shows in battery performance. After 2 weeks of active use, the MS-1 reported healthy battery levels with zero concerning drain. The CR123A should genuinely deliver 2 to 3 years of service. More importantly, the thread connection remained stable from 5 meters away from the Homey Pro hub. The mesh network means adding more thread devices actually strengthens reliability across your entire system. Let's be direct about the strengths and weaknesses. The design genuinely stands out. This is the first smoke detector I've reviewed that I don't mind looking at every single day. That shouldn't sound like much, but finding safety devices that don't compromise on aesthetics is genuinely rare. The dual battery system removes the anxiety of smart home failures compromising your actual safety. Thread's mesh networking delivers reliability that Wi-Fi simply can't match. And Matter support means your investment stays relevant even if you eventually move to a different ecosystem. There are 2 considerations worth mentioning. First, the MS-1 is currently certified only for EU and UK markets. It doesn't carry a UL listing yet for homes in the United States, so if you're stateside, double-check your local regulations before installation. Second, some home automation platforms don't display smoke alarms consistently. Google Home's interface still struggles with properly showing smoke detection status, and battery percentage reporting varies depending on whether you're viewing from Home Assistant, Apple Home, or SmartThings. These are more about software maturity than device quality. The Sensereo MS-1 represents something we don't see often, a safety device designed with actual style, pricing that doesn't require justification, and integration that genuinely works. If you're running Homey Pro and want smart smoke detection that never compromises on the core mission, this is the one. The decision feels clear. If this review helped you figure out what to add to your setup, the link is in the description. Subscribe for more deep dives into smart home devices that actually improve your life. And if you're already using the MS-1 or similar detectors, drop a comment about what's working in your home.